What is FIRE? So FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early, and it's a philosophy which has especially grown popular in the last decade. FIRE is a target which gives you security to leave your full-time job and have financial freedom. So that means you have enough money saved where you don't need to go to work every day. You can stop working altogether and use your time to do things that you want to do. You don't have to quit work altogether, but maybe you could work less hours or do a low-stress part-time job. But the point is, you're no longer dependent on going to your job because you need to go, otherwise you won't be able to pay your bills. So let's say your monthly expenses are around £1,000 per month and you're, let's say, 25 years old. Per year your expenses are £12,000 based on that, and the average death age in the UK is 80. So if we do the math, that means for those 55 years, your expenses, if they stayed the same, would be around £660,000. That's a massive estimate, but that's something that you need to bear in mind when you start your journey. But theoretically, if you had £660,000 and you left your current job, you could survive for another 55 years if you kept your expenses below £1,000 per month. Some people just don't like working. Most people work 40 hours a week. That same 25-year-old, if he had worked until the retirement age of 66, he would have spent 85,280 hours at work. That's 3,553 days where he's at his job. The thing is, you should be extremely passionate about your work, but how many of us dislike going to work? Even if you're in the field that you truly enjoy, it may also come with downsides like dealing with difficult clients, bad management, lack of integrity, and the feeling that you're being held back from achieving your full potential. Essentially, to your employer, you're just a worker, and considering how much of your life you spend working, some people, they just don't want to dedicate most of their life to a place that they don't want to be in. If you were financially secure, you could wake up and do whatever you wanted. You could spend time with your family, friends, take up hobbies, work on yourself. I highly recommend the FIRE lifestyle. However, although aiming for a large amount of money is a possibility, you need to bear in mind that the inflation of money is increasing. That means that £660,000 we talked about before would buy you less in the year 2060 than it would do in 2019. You have to also bear in mind that your expenses may change. A lot of times it can go much higher than £1,000 a month. For example, if you need repair work done on your car or dental work, you have to consider what your expenses would be based on your personal circumstances. And when you estimate how much you need to retire early, please consider this in your calculations. Now, how can you achieve financial independence so you can retire early? I'm going to tell you a few tips to help you on your path. So the first one is to earn more money, and that's very easy to say, but it's crucial if you want to retire early. You need to put in the effort now, so when you're older, you don't have to work. Ways to earn more money include taking in more hours or days at your job, at your current job, becoming more efficient at your job so that you're more valuable to your employer and asking for a raise, or even finding the same job elsewhere which pays higher. Or you could learn a skill which would pay you money, and you could do that on the side of your full-time job. The biggest tip of all is to be frugal, and by frugal I mean don't waste money. This is the biggest tip you can learn from this video today. Don't waste your money. You need to be more mindful with every purchase that you make. So many people spend so excessively that they're only hurting themselves in the long run. Why spend £3.50 per day on a coffee when you could make the same coffee for around 10 pence per drink if you made it yourself? Imagine you spent £3.50 a day on coffee, and at lunch you spent £5 on a meal. That's £8.50 per day, £42.50 per week, and £2,210 a year. When you buy things so casually, it's kind of hard to picture that it accumulates so much over the year, but it does. And the bad thing is, unless you control yourself every day, that money will leave your account and you'll look back after a year and only realize it then. This is not just for coffee and lunches. Imagine how many times you've been grocery shopping and spent too much money. Think about the monthly subscriptions of Spotify, YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime that leaves your account every month. If you cut down your expenses, that extra money that you save, you could use and invest in yourself. Or you could use that money to make more money. Imagine, instead of buying coffee and lunch every day for a year, you use that £2,210 to buy a camera and start your own photography business. In your spare time, you could learn about artistic picture taking, build a portfolio, and you could advertise your services in your spare time to make more money. I hope this video explains to you what FIRE is, and I hope you understand that you don't have to be tied down to a job for the rest of your life. All it takes is a change in mindset. I only gave 2 tips in this video in getting started on your path to financial independence, but if you agree with this video, if you like where I'm going with this type of video, let me know in the comment section below and show your support. I have a lot more money and FIRE and finance related videos, so I just wanted to share my mindset with you guys today. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, just let me know.